So in this chapter, in this logic gates, basically we will cover all the basic gates like NOT gate, buffer, and or NOT, NAND, XOR, XNOR, right? Which are the universal gates, which are the basic gates, how you can design other gates using these universal gates, right? And various numerical based on this ring oscillator, right? Ring oscillator, I am going to explain what is the meaning of ring oscillator and how you can design the ring oscillator using the NOT gates, right? So all these things we will cover in this chapter, right? We will also cover how you can design your AND gate, OR gate using the PN junctions, right? How you can design this NOT gate using the transistor. So these, so what is the use of, or why the, what is the meaning of minimization using the K-map? Means the purpose of minimization is to minimize the number of basic gates that is required to implement that particular function, right? So there are three basic gates: NOT, AND, and the OR, right? These are three basic gates that is used to design any Boolean function, right? Clear? And which are the universal gates? And the NOR are the universal gates, means any other gates can be designed using these two gates, right? NAND and the NOR. These are two universal gates, right? And there are two other kind of gates, that is your XOR and the XNOR, right? These are basically used for the comparator purpose, for the comparing purpose, right? These are also used for the addition and the subtraction purpose, right? These are also used for the parity check. We will discuss all these things in the next unit when we will discuss about the combinational circuits, how the comparator circuit works, how the parity checker works, right? So these are your, can be used for the parity checker, right? So buffer, what do you mean by buffer? Next point is buffer. Buffer is a gate or the circuits in which input and outputs remains the same, right? Buffer is used to include or to insert delay into the circuit or to increase the fan out, right? To increase the fan out. What is the meaning of fan out? Fan out means the number of gates. For example, this is your one circuit, right? This is the output of this circuit. The number of gates that can be connected at this output without without disturbing the behavior of the output, right? Means the output behavior remains same. For example, output is 5 volt, our output is high. If we connect 3 more gates at this output, so all input of these gates should be high, right? If any one of the inputs gets low, then the behavior of this output is changed, right? So this is the meaning of fan out, the number of outputs gates or the number of gates that can be connected to the output of any particular circuit or any particular gate, right? So buffer is used to increase the fan out, right? And in the previous some lectures I told you, these are basically your, these two are your universal functions, right? These are your universal functions, right? Now we will start over the first gate, that is your NOT gate. This is also called the inverter sometimes, which is used to invert the input, right? So the symbol of this NOT gate you already know. If the input is A, what is the output? What is the A bar, right? So the truth table is If the input is 0, output is 1. If the input is 1, output is 0, right? And we already represent this gate with the switch. We already represent this gate with the switch. How we can represent NOT gate with the switch? This we are providing the VCC. What happens if A is 0? What is the output? If A is 0 means this switch is open, then the whole current will pass from this power supply to the output, and the output is 1. What happens if A is 1? If A is 1, it means this switch is short circuited, right? And if the switch is short circuited, whole current will pass to the ground and no current will reach at the output. So Y is 0, right? So with the switch, you can make the NOT gate, right? So now can we design this NOT gate with the transistor circuit? Transistor circuit. How we can design this NOT gate with the transistor circuit? We can replace this switch with the transistor. You know the BJT. You already studied the basics of BJT in your class 12th, right? Clear? So this is your transistor 1. You know this base of the transistor. What happens if A is 0? Your transistor is on or off if A is 0. Transistor is off if the base voltage or the biasing voltage is applied at the base voltage is applied 0. It means the transistor is in the off state, right? Transistor is off. And what is the output if transistor is off? Means this collector is not connected to the emitter, and what is the output? Output is 1. Means whole current will pass to this side, right? What happens if A is 1? Your transistor is in the on state. 1 means 5 volt is applied, right? This is the meaning of 1 and 0 here, right? So transistor is on. If the transistor is on, collector and emitter is connected. Current flows from the collector to the emitter, or emitter to the collector, right? And whole current will pass to the ground, right? And the output is 0, right? So this is the transistor's inverter circuit using the transistor. So now for this NOT gate, what is the meaning of this ideal NOT gate? Can you please tell me what is the meaning of this ideal NOT gate? In the ideal NOT gate means the delay is 0, which is not practically possible, right? In the practical case, there must be some delay in any circuit or any gate, right? So in the ideal condition, we are saying, which is not practically possible, that the gate delay of this NOT gate is 0, means the time taken from the input to the output is 0, right? So if I am saying this is your A, right, and this gate is ideal, what is the output waveform? What is the output waveform? If the input is 0, what is the output? Output is, this is the gate. This is the waveform of the Y output. Means, see this t at this t naught time, only your states will change. Means there is a no delay, right? Means there is a no delay. If we are saying the delay of this NOT gate is 1 nanosecond, then what is the output? How you can define the output? If A is the input, then the output should be like this. What is this time? This is T naught. What is this time? T naught plus 1 nanosecond, right? Means your Y, you will get the output Y after how much time? After 1 nanosecond. So first of all, if we connect two NOT gates in series, right? For example, this is the symbol of your NOT gate, right? And if these two are connected in series, if A is the input, what is the output? Y remains A, At this node it becomes A bar, and this further NOT gate is connected and it becomes Y equal to A, right? So this circuit is called the buffer, right, in which the input and the output remains same. And in some books or at some places, buffer is represented by the symbol only this, right? This is your buffer symbol. Clear? Means the input and the output remains same. Clear? In the second circuit, these are two NOT gates, and if one feedback is connected to like this, right? So this circuit is called bistable multivibrator. And it is also your basic memory circuit. Here see, here if the 0 is the input, this is 1, this is 0, and again this 0 is feedback to this, right? And again 1 and 0, right? So by this circuit there are the two stable states, right? So we are getting the two stable states. That's why it is called the bistable multivibrator, right? In those circuits in which the output and the input remains same, right? Means 0 is here and 0 is again this 0 is feedback to here, right? So those circuits are called the bistable multivibrator, right? So here the state remains stable. That's why it is called the bistable multivibrator, right? It is also called the basic memory element or basic memory circuit, right? So third, suppose this NOT gate have the delay of TPD, right? If 0 is given, 1 we are getting after how much time? Suppose if 0 is given here, right? And after how much time? After TPD, right? After TPD you are getting, this is 0 after TPD. This is also your TPD. After this TPD you are getting 1, right? And this 1 is again feedback to this input, and then 0 you are getting after how much time? This TPD, right? So can I say this circuit can generate this square wave pulse? What is the time period of a square pulse? Time period for this square pulse is this, right? This is your 2 TPD, right? And what is the frequency? If I ask the frequency, what is the frequency? So this is the time period of the pulse. If you are saying the frequency becomes 1 upon T, right? Similarly, in the next circuit, if we connect 3 NOT gate, right? For example, so what is the time period of the pulse generated from this circuit? If I am saying everyone is this NOT gate have the time period of the TPD, delay of the TPD. What is the time period of the square pulse generated from this circuit? See, if 0 is given, here 1 after 1 TPD, here again 0 after 1 PD, here again 1 after how much time? From 0 to 1, how much time? 3 TPD, right? And again after 1 to 1 is given here, again after 1 to 0, how much time? 3 TPD, right? So can you generalize the formula from here? This is your 6 TPD. Can you generalize the formula from here? This is called, so this circuit is also called, here the input and the output is not same, means the state remains not stable. That's why this type of circuits is called the astable multivibrator. Means in the bistable multivibrator, input and the output remains same and you are getting the square pulse, while in the astable multivibrator states will not remain the same, while in the bistable multivibrator state remains in the stable, right? So this is the difference. This is also called the astable multivibrator. This is also called the ring oscillator. This is in form of ring, right? Feedback is given from the output to the input. So this is also called the ring oscillator. This is also called the square wave generator. right? Or this is also called the clock generator, because this is used, square wave can be used as a clock. So this is also called the clock generator. Clear? So what is the time period of the generated square wave in the ring oscillator? In ring oscillator, 2n TPD, right? Where n is the number of gates in the feedback. Clear? Number of gates in the feedback, right? So generalized formula is this. Numerical can be asked based on this formula. So now I am giving one numerical based on this formula. Now the question is, in ring oscillator, shown in figure, the propagation delay of each gate is 100 picosecond, right? Then you have to find out the output frequency of generated square wave is, right? Then one ring oscillator is shown in this figure. This is your ring oscillator. You have to find out the frequency of the output square wave. So time period, how we are getting the time period? 2n TPD. So here n is 5 and 100 picosecond. 100 into 10 raised to the power minus 12. From here what we are getting? We are getting 1 nanosecond time period, right? 1 nanosecond, na? 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 9, right? And what is the frequency? Frequency 1 upon t, and it is 1 upon 10 raised to the power minus 9, 10 raised to the power 9 hertz, or alternatively we can say what? 1 gigahertz, right? 10 raised to the power 9 is giga, right? So 1 gigahertz is the answer. Clear? So next problem we will discuss based on this logic. Next question is, this circuit is given. What is this circuit? What is the circuit? Astable multivibrator, bistable multivibrator, what? If the 0 is there, right, what is the here? 1 again. What is the output here? This is buffer. I already told you. The state remains stable or not? No. If the input is 0, output is 1. How the state remains stable? Stable means the output input remains same. Right? So this is basically a stable multivibrator, right? And you have to, the 1 nanosecond is the propagation delay of both these gates, right? You have to find out the time period of y. Here this is y. You have to find out the time period of y. What is the time period of y? See, you can draw the pulse here, na? If 0 is here, right? You will get the 1 after how much time? You will get the 1 after how much time? From 0 to this. You will get the 1 after 1 nanosecond, right? And after 1 nanosecond, so it will remains the 1 after how much time? Because this is the buffer, and this buffer also have the delay of 1 nanosecond, right? So what we can say, if 0 is the input, right, suppose this 0 is the input at the first case, right, you are getting the, just a minute, if 0 is the input, right, this input, so you are getting the 1 after 1 nanosecond, right? you get the 1 after 1 nanosecond. Then this 1 remains 1 nanosecond, right? And after that, what happened? Again this 1 is given. Again this 1 is given to the input, and after how much times you again will get the 0 here? After 1 nanosecond. So total time is, so total this 2 nanosecond it remains the 1. After that it becomes the 0, right? And what happened after that? What happened after that? It becomes the 0. Then after that 0, similar thing is followed, right? Clear? So if this is becomes the 0, then it becomes the 1 after 1 nanosecond, right? It becomes the, if it is 0, then it becomes the after 1 nanosecond, and then sorry, this is 1 nanosecond, and after that it remains the like 2 nanosecond, like this. So time period you can easily find out. What is the time period? 3 nanosecond, right? So this type of question can be asked in your exam, right? So next gate we will study, that is your AND gate. Maybe all of you know about the AND gate. So I am giving the quick revision of this AND gate, right? So the symbol of AND gate is this, right? Two input. What is the output? A dot B. Clear? What is the truth table? Truth table. If two inputs, then how many combinations? 4 combinations. Basically, truth table. What is truth table? Truth table is the combination of your inputs and the respective outputs, right? So now what is the output? Y. If both are 0 zeros, 0 0 0 1. And I already told you in the first lecture how you can design your AND gate with the switch. How you can design AND gate with the switch? You can place all these inputs switches in the series, right? Clear? Now, what is the meaning of this? AB equal to BA. We can write this thing in the AND gate. So what is this law? What is this law? This is called the commutative law, right? Right? And similarly, if we are saying this is AB and this output is given to next AND gate, this is C. What is this? What is Y? What is this Y? Right? And similarly, can we say this thing? Right? So, can I say this thing? AB clear? Or so what is this law? Yes, right. Associative law, right? Associative law. Also, you can prove this thing from the truth table, right? If you want to go more into the detail, then you can prove this associative law and the commutative law from the truth table, right? First, you can draw the truth table for this output, right? Then the output of that truth table is given to the input of these gates, and then accordingly you can find out this Y2, right? So, what is the conclusion here? This AND gate follows what? Both commutative law as well as associative law, right? Clear? Now, in the AND gate, we are representing sometimes in some circuits. This is your input, and this is your control input, we are saying, right? So it is called the enable or disable control or strobe, right? So now tell me, what happens if control is 0? Output always remains 0. See from the truth table, if any input is 0, this is 0, what is the output? 0. If this is 0, the output is 0. It will not depend on the other input, right? If one input is 0, then the output always remains same. Same means 0, right? If control is 0, then the output is 0. So this is called the enable control or the disable control. This is called the disable control, right? Whatever the input 0 1 0 1, you will get the output 0. Clear the thing? What happened in the opposite case? What happened in the opposite case? If this control is 1, what happened in that case? This is 1. What is the output? Output is 0, which is what? This is nothing but your second input, right? If this is 1, you are getting 1. 1 means this thing. So, if control is 1, you are supposed at the input, this is your square pulse at the input. At the output, you are getting similar square pulse, right? Clear? So, this control 1 is called your what? Enable control. Clear? So, in the AND gate, 0 is basically disable control and 1 is basically your enable control, right? Any doubt in this? Now we will discuss how we can design your AND gate using the PN junction diodes, right? So I'm drawing this circuit here. Okay, now tell me, if both A and B is 0 0 and VCC is always the 5 volt, right? So this is your supply voltage always remains the 5 volt, right? So now tell me, if both these inputs A and B is 0 0, this diode is forward bias or the reverse bias? Forward bias, exactly. This is here is some resistance, so suppose this is there is some drop across this resistance, so here we are getting less than 5 or near to 5, right? Near to 5. So this is positive terminal and this is your grounded. Grounded means the lower potential terminal, or we can say the negative terminal. So both these diodes are the forward bias, and we can say DA and DBs both are the on, right? And if both are the on, then what is the output? This output here 0, because we are not getting any output. All this current will goes to the like this into this ground, because both A and B are connected to 0 0 and we are getting output 0. Clear? What happened if one is 0, second is 1? Means this A is 0, B is 5 volt. What happened in that case? DA is basically on in that case. And what about the DB? See, here the 5 volt is connected, right? And here it is less than 5 volt, right? Because some resistance is there, some minor drop should be there, right? So it is the reverse bias in that case, and your DB should be off, right? But what is the output in this case also? 0. See, in all the circuits, what is the general tendency? That your current will follow the easiest path, right? Current will follow the easiest path. So here this easiest path is available for the current, right? So that's why all the current will goes to the ground. Clear? What happen if it is opposite way? Similarly, this A is your what in that case? Off, and DB is on. And what is the output? 0. What happened in this case? Both DA and DB is reverse bias and both are off, right? Clear? And what is the output? 1. right? So this is what your positive gate, positive logic AND gate, or what? Yes, positive logic AND gate. Clear? So in this way you can design your AND gate with the diodes. This is your one AND gate, right? Now this input, sometimes we are saying unused, right? This is 3 input AND gate, and this third input is unused, right? Now tell me, the unused input in AND gate is connected to logic 1 or logic 0? If it is connected to 0, it means output always remains 0, right? Clear? So, and I already told you, when it is 1, any input is 1, right? So it will not affect the other inputs, right? Output remains the same. Clear the thing? So that's why the unused input in the AND gate can be connected to logic 1, or it is also the pull-up. Pull-up means the logic. And what is the other possibility? This unused input, this is the first priority, right? This is the first priority. What is the second priority? What is the second priority? If I connect this unused input to this, then what happened? What is B dot B? B dot B. B, B. So it will not affect, right? So the unused input in the second priority can be connected to one of used input, right? Now we will discuss all those things for the OR gate. Third gate is your the OR gate. You all know about the symbol of the OR gate? These are the inputs. This is the output. How the OR gate is denoted? A plus B, right? And what is the truth table of the OR gate? A and B is the input. These are for possible combination. What is the output? 0, 1, 1, 1. Right? Clear? This is your OR gate. Clear? So now tell me how you can design OR gate using switches. You have to place all these input switches in the parallel, right? So similarly, now we will discuss the enable and disable conditions for the OR gate. Now tell me, if this is 1, then what happen? Any input is 1. What is the output always in that case? 1, right? So this 1 is your basically disable control, right? It will disable, no input is propagated to the output. Output always remains the 1, right? Clear? What happen in the opposite case? If it is 0, if any input is 0, what is the output? Output is similar to your other input, right? See, if this is 0, this A is propagated to the output Y. If here it is 0, this 1 is propagated to the output Y, right? So you will get the similar output, right? So this 0 is here called enable input, your enable control. Clear the thing? Understand the difference between AND and OR the gate? Right here in the AND gate, this 0 act as your what? 0 act as disable, while the 1 act as enable, while the opposite happens in the OR gate. Similar to the AND gate, your OR gate will follow the commutative law as well as the associative law. Now we will design OR gate using diodes. Now tell me, if A and B is 0, 0, tell me what happened in this case. See, at the input, this is anode, this is cathode. If both are at the same terminal, then your diodes is on or off. It is off, right? And at the output, what you are getting? 0. Nothing is propagated from the input to the output. What happens if it is 0? This potential always remains, and this diodes remains in the off state. And if D is 1, 1 means the 5 volt. What happens in this case? Your 5 volts generates this current, will propagate it to the output, right? And what you are getting at the output? 1, right? What happens if the opposite happens? If it is 0, if it is 1, 1 means the current will flow like this. So this is 1. What happens if both are 1, 1? Here also 5 volt, here also 5 volt, here also we are getting the 1, right? So this is your positive logic OR gate. Now tell me, similar to this AND gate, the unused input in the OR gate is connected to where? Unused input in OR gate. What is the first priority? Can be connected to logic 0. And what is the second priority? Can be connected to any of one of used input. Yeah, right? So what happens if A plus A? A plus A. A, right? So we can connect any unused input to any used input. This is your second priority. Now, can you design, if I am saying design AB plus CD using diodes, can you design this question? AB plus CD. You can try this question at home. How you can design AB plus CD using the diodes? Yes. So first you can design AB individually, CD individually, right? And then combine those inputs with these two gates, right? Means both the outputs, this first output, second output is given to here inputs, right? It is very easy, right? So this type of questions are asked in your exam, right? Till now these AND or not, these are your basic gates, right? This is all about this lecture. So in this lecture basically we studied about the basic gates, and the next lecture we will study about the next type of gates, that is your universal gates. So students, if you have any doubt related to this topic, then you can send me a mail or you can contact me directly. So for more video update, please subscribe this channel, fine, so that every information regarding your course or regarding this digital electronics lectures you can get easily, fine. Thank you for your attention.